Hello, guys. Welcome back to the First Half Podcast. We're here again to discuss football. A lot is happening in the transfer window, Charlie. We are hoping that we get our players, Liverpool. And we are here to discuss what is happening. Oh, no, I don't think so, Charlie. Isak. We're here to discuss what's happening in Arsenal. Arsenal, my second team. Okay, I'm lying.
Your what?
So I'm here with my partner here. What's his name?
My name is Dennis.
Yes. So we are here to discuss football. I don't know how the transfer window is looking like for us now.
Yeah.
But just to say a little bit, I think that Arsenal has a lot of pressure on their shoulders.
Okay.
And they need to take good advantage of this transfer window. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know which player they need. But I think that Arsenal has made some wrong decisions when it comes to their striker, who's going to help them to attain a number of goals that will help them to cross the line to win the trophies. So Arteta has a lot on him this time. His scouting team and whatnot have to do some really good work out there to get the necessary players in there. I don't think Arsenal has bad players as we speak.
Yeah.
But there's something missing. I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I can't really say it. But I think they are missing something to get them what they need.
Yeah.
I hear Partey might leave. I don't know if they need that replacement of Partey to get what they need. Their striker, who used to be with Chelsea, is not someone can actually get them what they need.
Okay.
So I think they should be looking at those areas as well. So for me, that is my take. I don't know what you think about Arsenal this season, especially if it's actually a make or break it season. If it is, then they can't joke with the transfer window.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion about the transfer window, and what are some of your expectations of Arsenal Football Club?
Well, I think with Arsenal, it's fair to say that this is a make it or break it season for them. Yes, because their 5-year project has now expired.
Okay.
And they are going to the 6th year.
Yeah.
And they've not been able to show any trophies for that.
They have not shown working.
I've seen fans agitating that if Arteta is not able to bring the trophy this season, he has to go. Because it looks like, although he's built a very amazing team, he's not able to bring them over the line. And for me, that is quite damning for him, because I think the team he came to meet and what he has now are totally different. After spending 750 million, you should be able to get over the line. But there's something about him that I don't understand. He seems to invest heavily in defense and midfield, but not pay attention to where the goals will come from. I don't know whether it's ego. I don't know whether he's trying to prove something, because even this transfer window, there's no one in football who is not seeing where the problem for us now is, and that is that in attack they are weak. Because the only side of the attack that you think that goals can comfortably come from is Saka.
Yeah.
And that cannot be enough to get you over the line. It's
actually never enough.
Last season to Odegaard also dropped off. So that means that Saka was on his own, and he also had an injury that made him fall off.
He went off.
I remember even they basically had to bring him earlier than he needed to come and play the Real Madrid game and all that. So for me, I was expecting them to actually be very aggressive in the transfer window, go for the striker that they need and then move on. But it's been very dead and flat. You don't see or hear anything going on. I don't know what they are waiting for.
Yeah.
But you can't wait to come and be to be left with the last pickings after everybody has picked the best players that they want. You are not in the club championship, which means that you have time.
Yeah.
So why don't you just go aggressively, get your players, go on the break, and then by the time you come, okay, now I have my players, we go. And the funny thing also I'm seeing is that everybody tells me, oh, go for Goycrest because you are assured goals. But Arteta said, I'll go for Sesko, a 22-year-old who is not proven. So it's like he's basically his own downfall. Like always trying to be smarter than the average
football.
Because this guy, Victor Goycrest, he scores for fun. And that's what Arsenal needs. If you're able to get in Goycrest, get in another winger on the left, plus Saka, and between the three of them, they can assure you 20 goals each.
You're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he says, my style of play, I want Sesko. And I'm like, and meanwhile, Victor Gyokeres is basically every week flirting with Arsenal and waiting for Arsenal.
Yeah.
So I don't get what Arteta is trying to do.
It's quite unfortunate. Arsenal fans might think that we're going a bit too hard, but that is a reality. And I really agree with you, because I was expecting that with all that has transpired over the previous seasons, right after this season, we should have seen Arteta out there
crazily
grabbing on some certain players, closing the deals. By now, some striker has been closed, some midfielder, some winger.
Funny enough, his first priority is going for Zubimendi and midfield.
Yeah,
you are stuck with midfielders. Yeah,
I don't know whether it was a replacement for Partey or what, but he was quickly to go for Zubimendi. I'm like, what do you need this guy for now?
That's the thing.
You know, so it's a bit worrying. And when you take these decisions and you are losing games, and the backlash comes,
of course,
then you feel as though that you are being treated unfairly.
You see, Arsenal's problem is that although they have an amazing defense, you realize that they were leaking goals as well.
Yeah, they were.
And when you are leaking goals, you have to outscore. But their problem last season was that although they boast of very good defense, good midfield, or whatever, they drew a lot of games.
Yeah.
Which means that if you had a player up top who could at least sneak you the last goal here and there, extra time goals or whatever, you'll be fine.
You are perfectly right.
But he's there, and then we have the best midfield, we have the best defense, but you are not scoring. So obviously, a team just needs to have one chance, and then they are in the same 1-1 with you or draw with you, and it's over.
You are perfectly right. You know, there's something that you said which I can actually relate to. Once you have a team that's leaking goals, and even Liverpool, we leak a lot of goals. But the lack or the good thing is that we have players who can actually outscore.
Exactly.
You don't have that at us now. But you are still thinking about beefing up your midfield, your defense. Who is going to score the goals?
Exactly.
When Saka doesn't show up in a game, you are flat.
Exactly.
When Odegaard doesn't show up in a game, you are flat. Martinelli is not consistent. They come in every now and then and they just go off. So I don't really know. And you're talking about Victor Gyokeres. What are they doing? Close that deal.
I don't know.
Because
he prefers Sesko.
You can't come back to the season and playing second fiddle.
Thank you.
You can't do that.
I don't get it. You see, I don't know your opinion. What do you think they should be their target next season? Because for me, it has to be between the Premier League and the Champions League. Even the FA Cup or whatever. Any other trophy is not good enough.
No.
Because after 5 years, you've built your team and you say, this is the team I want. I mean, you should be going for it. Otherwise, to me, you're still not there.
If Arsenal picks up a Carabao Cup,
it's still not exciting for the fans. It's not exciting for the fans.
I think that the fans of Arsenal deserve better. And for anything at all for this particular season, I think that the fans should be listened to. Arteta should be up and doing. Arteta needs to get the right players at the centre forward and make sure that some goals are banged in. What is going to happen to the striker that they have? I don't know. I think he had an injury the whole season.
Who, Kai Havertz?
Havertz.
Yeah, he had injuries, I think, from January. So he didn't play much. But you see, for me, this season, he has 100 million to spare, plus whatever players he's going to, whatever. If you take that 100 million, you look for the best, because you are competing with City, who has Haaland. If Liverpool is truly able to bring in Isak, you have to also have, because see, these are the three teams who can say we are far ahead when it comes to our project. Well, City is rebuilding, but with Pep in the helm, you never know what to expect.
Pep,
so write him off. You Arsenal defense, you're okay. They've been playing together for a long time. Midfield, yes, you are fine.
You're fine.
So what you need is your attack. But why he's flirting around the subject, trying to be too smart, trying to know there's a style of play. You want goals. Forget about this style of play and go for a player who can give you goals. Because you see, for me, this whole is about, if you give the chance to this player, can you put it in the net? If that player can give you that, why not? Last season, you had to find yourself at the end of the season. January, you're supposed to go for a striker. I didn't go. At the end of the day, you had to have Mourinho, who is a midfielder, attacking midfielder, playing your striker role. How do you go and win anything with that?
I think Arteta has been pampered for too long.
But by who?
Yeah, I think the club, and like Evra will say, I think the fans are a bit delusional. Because honestly, at this particular point, I don't think any of the fans of Arsenal should have so much patience for their coach.
Well, I think next season he's going to have a lot of pressure.
Yeah, because, a lot of pressure because
I think he's overdoing it. He's thinking of himself and his ego too much. I can do it with
Where's
this.
the ego coming from? It's different if you want trophies and you have ego.
If it's not ego, who in their right mind, after seeing what Kai Havertz did in Chelsea, will say, this is the guy to come and lead my project for me to win.
You used them for 2 seasons.
Exactly. And it's still not yielding nothing.
I mean,
you understand? What I've noticed that they've never for once been linked with Victor Osimhen, because apparently Arteta doesn't like his attitude.
Oh.
And that is why he's never even in their list.
Personal thing.
Because he's looking at the players who will not come in the dressing room and come and destabilize the situation of whatever. So he wants a certain kind of personality. Do you want to win or you want personalities? You think Ibrahimovic is easy to deal with? You think Balotelli is easy to deal with? But as a coach, you look at what they can give you on the pitch and you put your arms around them.
But to be fair, Arteta can't handle those people.
But that's the point. But if you want to win, you need certain characters.
Arteta doesn't have that. That's in it.
There are coaches who hate certain players.
Yeah.
But for what they give them on the pitch,
Balotelli was
you have to find a way. You have to find a way.
Mourinho or someone will talk to Balotelli and say that, look, be careful this time.
Mourinho had a story and said
goes in.
Exactly. And there. But you need him.
You need him.
You know that when push comes to shove, he's the one going to help you.
You need
him.
Sometimes
you have to put your personal ego aside. It's not all about the players who go, yes, boss, yes, boss.
Yeah.
There will be one who will be rowdy, but on the pitch,
but they deliver.
They'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah, they'll deliver.
But he seems to want a certain caliber in us now so that he will always be the man. I think it's ridiculous. That is what is letting him down. Mm-hmm. For me, it will be a catastrophe to let Partey go. Partey was key for Arsenal last season.
It was actually.
But bringing in Zubimendi, he looks to seem to like Partey. Because I hear that the negotiation for his new contract is at a stalemate.
Yeah, it's still.
They are at an impasse where they don't know where to go, and it's looking likely that he will leave because Barcelona are also trying to tempt him.
I hear Barcelona is really pushing.
Exactly. Yeah. So for me, if he sits down for Partey to go, Rice alone in defensive midfield is not good enough. You understand? Rice likes to attack.
Yeah.
Partey likes to sit deep and protect the defense. And Partey is a very talented player. If you pay attention to what he does, winning the ball off him is almost impossible. So why will you let such a player go?
Beat my imagination.
Let him give you another season so that you find a replacement.
Arteta is a bit...
But I think he's overthinking the process.
And I think his emotions are all over the place sometimes. So if you don't apply emotional intelligence sometimes, then you make a mistake in letting some particular players go.
Because if you pay attention, even if you look at Zubimendi and his body structure, for the EPL, he will struggle.
Yeah, Zubimendi is a bit...
It's smallish.
Small and...
But Arteta knows best.
Yeah, I know. But then I think some of their targets, because I've heard about Madueke. Yeah, I don't know if as a particular
that is
player...
Arteta being Arteta.
Yeah, I don't know how well
we
this player
all
is going to help
see
him.
Madueke in Chelsea. And even Chelsea is okay to let him go. But Arteta will always feel like I can get transform. The best out of... You did it with Kai Havertz. Even... Look at last season. Was it necessary for Arteta to bring Raheem Sterling?
Senior man.
But he wants to show that I can get the best out of the player.
He use them. What happened to Jesus and the rest? Are they still at Arsenal?
Jesus is injured, but he's still there. And I'm sure he will also be moving on. Zinchenko is also moving on. And it's getting very, very...
Maybe if all these players will move on and he gets some good money, I'm expecting that he takes some really big decisions and bring in a good striker.
You can't trust him to do it.
Yeah, I'm expecting that.
You can't trust him to do it.
Because the Gunners are tired. Gunners are bred. Gunners' life matters.
He's gotten the fans he deserves. He deserves because they are delusional. They always... As soon as the season ends and you talk to another Arsenal fan, next season we'll win it. And I'm like, is there a meeting they go for where they discuss these things?
Arsenal fans. Season 2.
No, because the point is that it's not like you talk to one Arsenal fan.
All of them.
Almost.
When you go to all Arsenal pages, Arsenal fan page,
if we bring in this one, definitely we are winning the league. If this one came in, we got Goy Cross, we will leave.
The last time I was watching one and they were talking about Thomas Partey leaving. Like, the guy's like, what? Thomas Partey, he can go. We'll win the next season.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you guys? That's why Evra was hitting them hard.
But you see, it's worrying, and I hope for Arteta's sake that this season he wins something, because if not, it's going to start falling apart. Because I know that next season Real Madrid are going to come in hard for their top defender Saliba. definitely they are going to.
I was surprised this season they didn't really go in hard because I know they've been chasing.
Well, they know that he's in a contract negotiations and Real Madrid with the players they brought in this season. I think they will have to wait, and then the new coach is coming in and all that, so they'll want to wait to see. But for me, if they don't really win something, they are going to lose some talents. That one, I think so.
All right. Yeah. Okay, guys, Charlie, this is our opinion about Arsenal. Charlie, Gunners, we don't hate you guys, but the truth is that it's not personal. The truth is that, Charlie, your decisions has to be different. I mean, the same old actions, attitude can't open new doors. So we are hoping for the best for all of you, but continue to make sure you add your comments, subscribe, follow us, First Half Podcast. We're there for you. Cheers.
See you guys.